Quantum jumping is when you shift your vibration and your frequency to a new level, that you jump to a parallel timeline that you already exist in that is very different from your current reality. You up level in such a way that it could not have happened in a linear fashion. It's something that it happened too fast, that it couldn't happen in time and space. It had to happen in frequency. It's like, let's say most of us are living the same life over and over. Your life is pretty much the same. Your relationships are pretty much the same. Your frequency is the same. So you're having the same experiences. Quantum jumping is based on the idea in quantum physics that there are like multiverses, that there are infinite numbers of realities that you are existing in, having different life experiences. These universes are based on choices you've made, beliefs that you have, and the frequency that you hold and the actions you take. Quantum physics says that some quantum physicists say that whenever you've made a decision in your life, two different realities split off and you're existing in both of those realities. And each time those versions of you made decisions, those split off into different realities. Like if you decided to move somewhere or didn't, if you got in a relationship with this person or didn't, if you quit your job or you stayed. Based on your decisions, those created different versions of universes that you exist in. And those different versions of you have different belief systems based on what they've experienced. And your belief systems are creating your frequency and your vibration, and the life that you're living in those realities create your frequency, create your vibration, and that is how you attract things into your life based on your vibrational frequency. So we're existing in whatever universe matches our frequency. Reality is a belief. So the universe that we're experiencing, what we believe about love is how love shows up in our life. What we believe to be true about abundance or scarcity is how we experience money. What we believe about friendships is the type of relationships we have in our lives. We've created different beliefs based on trauma we've had in our lives or good things that have happened. We've created beliefs about reality, and also our beliefs influence our choices, and choices you've made affect what reality you live in. How high or low your vibration is affects who is attracted into your life or who isn't. What experiences are attracted into your life or aren't. And there are all these different like versions of reality happening. It's like a radio station, how when you tune the frequency to a certain channel, you're going to hear that type of music. When you learn to tune your frequency, your beliefs, your thoughts, and your feelings and your actions to a certain vibration, that's the universe that you experience. So when I've had quantum leaps in my life, it's usually when I've cleared a lot of limiting beliefs. And for example, when I really wanted to change how I felt about men and relationships, I had to do all this inner child healing and heal past things that had happened in my life, and do a lot of self-love work. And that created a frequency where I believed I was worthy of love, and I believed that I could have a good relationship. And then I jumped to a reality where I'm with my soulmate and it's amazing. Or when you've made a choice to move somewhere. When I moved to LA when I was 19 years old after living in Seattle for 19 years. And that was a total quantum leap in my life because my life completely changed. But the idea of quantum leaping is that you can do it while still living in the same place. It's the idea that whatever you want to manifest exists. It already exists. You don't have to create it. So what you have to do is match your thoughts, feelings, action, vibrations, and beliefs to that reality that you're already living in. And you can start to do this by acting like the person that lives in that reality, by making choices that that version of you would make. And that slowly is going to shift your beliefs and shift your frequency. It's also doing limiting belief work to clear the beliefs that you have within yourself that say you can't live in the reality you want to. If you want to manifest a bunch of money or have a better job, you have to look at why your life is the way that it is, why you don't have a lot of money, or why you hate your job. And you go in and you change those beliefs. And once you change those beliefs, the universe is a mirror. It has to reflect that back to you. So the biggest quantum leaps I've made in my life are, like I said, when I've done a lot of limiting belief work, when I've done a lot of plant medicine ceremonies, when I've healed false beliefs within myself. Because the truth is, we are all like from source, and we are all co-creators of our life, and we are actually creating our life. So Quantum leaping is just aligning your frequency, your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions with the version of you that's already having that experience. And it's so exciting because you can start to play with this. You can start to imagine what it would feel like to live in a different reality. And what happens is your vibration gets to like a tipping point when you're doing the work to shift your beliefs and shift your thoughts and shift your feelings. When you do this over time, your life is starting to look the same. And then all of a sudden, there will be a complete shift. And like the next day, you'll meet your soulmate. Or the next day, the job you've been manifesting for years comes in. Or you move to a beautiful home. And it seems like it's overnight, and it feels really fast, like it couldn't have happened in a linear fashion. But this is because your vibration reached a tipping point where your frequency shifted so much that you could no longer stay in the reality that you were staying in. Because that reality that you can imagine, the one you want to live in, the one that is like your dream life, there's a version of you already living in that life. And you just have to connect with it. Another way I really like to think about this is, you know how we go back and we like to do inner child healing and we heal like versions of ourselves that weren't as conscious as us or had worse beliefs about ourselves. So whenever I heal past versions of myself, I can feel my higher timeline version of self in a different parallel universe also healing me, because I made the choice to heal this version of self. This highest version of myself is like calling me, because our higher version of selves, our happier selves, are aware of us and they're always calling us to the higher timeline. So you might get a lot of synchronicities about what your next steps are going to be when you become conscious of this. But it's just about knowing that there are infinite number of parallel realities existing, and you get to choose with your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions what universe you're going to live in. And when you've gotten your frequency around that, you'll jump and life becomes magical. Much love.